This dude here, I don't know what he's doing over here, but pretty interesting. He looks like one of the lifeguards to me. So he's gathering some stuff to throw at people. Yeah, they've come all the way down here to do it right next to me for some reason. It's just amazing. Just don't know how much more I can tolerate without filming these people. You know, they're amazing how much they intrude on your space. It's pretty interesting. They intrude on your space wherever you go, and there's not much that you can do. So this is all I do. I just make sure I videotape them and get the phone out. It's funny that now, as soon as I get the phone out, he's walking away. He came all the way here to pick up some sand. You see that? He's playing with sand, like rolling a ball of sand. The other guy up there is also gone. They came from all the way up there just to come here to pick up some sand. Yes, makes complete sense. You know, you come all the way towards me to pick up some sand on special sand. Mate, very, very special sand. So, yeah, I just find this very interesting. He looks like one of the lifeguards to me, and now all of a sudden he's put the sand down. And you know what's interesting? Remember, we know organic portals by, we know, and look, the other guy's gone. The other guy's long gone. Now, as soon as I got the camera out, they got all shy. Look, where's he going? So he came down here to pick up some sand, walk around like that, put the wet sand into some dry sand, because it's special sand. Next to me is really special sand, you see? Isn't this interesting? Look how far away they came from. See the other guy? The other guy's now gone back to where they're playing like soccer or something. So he came all the way down here. Look at him. He came all the way towards me to pick up special sand. Because the sand is super special where Benjamin walks on it. Watch, look how far away he's going. Why did he come over here? Why is he pretending to pick up sand? I find this hilarity. I reckon he was one of the lifeguards. And I find this pretty funny that he's come all this way. Look how far away that he's come to get special sand. Very interesting. They come a very far way to pick up a little bit of sand right next to me. Look where my bike is. Look how far away I just walked towards him and he started walking away. Because just before he came all the way over here, I was just obviously to check, oh, is that the Australian? Like I'm some like arch criminal. It's crazy. To see it, like this is what I put up with every day. So when you don't know, it all looks very trivial, but when you do know, then, you know, this looks just like ridiculous, and that's how they are. They're trivial and they're ridiculous people, these organic portals. Look how far away. That's them there. It's like 100 meters. He came 100 meters to pick up some special sand. Yes, because the sand near Benjamin is soulful, spirited sand. It's ridiculous. Look, why couldn't they pick up sand over there? I don't know. Look at these jokers. Look, he's only going further away. That's him. I don't know, I find this pretty funny. I should go over and interview him, and I know I said I would interview people more often, but it's difficult to speak Spanish. If this was Australia, for sure, I would have said something straight away, but I can barely hold a conversation I can barely hold a conversation in Spanish. So this is, why sometimes it's seen on film. I'm almost hesitant to go talk to them because what am I going to say? I don't know many words. I don't even know the word for sand. So what am I going to say to the guy? Why were you picking up sand next to me? There's, for instance, like this example that we're in right now. Look how far away they've gone. Look how far that is. That's at least 100 meters. Oh, it's funny. And all he did was pick up some wet sand, which he could have picked up in front of where he was. But I'm sure they're I think he's an off-duty lifeguard or one of the lifeguards actually kind of on duty right now. I'm not sure. But I find it funny that he had to come, that far to pick up a little bit of sand, right? Isn't that a bit hectic? A little bit far away, don't you think? Look at them. And did you see when I brought the camera out, they're clearly about to have a fight with the sand. They rolled it up into a ball. It looks like they're going to have a fight, with like a sand ball fight. I'm not sure. It looks like it. But look how they keep walking further away. What I find interesting is that when I got the camera out, not only did he turn, but his friend went like this, like leave it alone. I don't know if I captured that. I can't remember if I got that, if I was facing him properly. You might have seen that on the footage though. That when I pulled out the camera, not only did he go, but his friend went like that, like, nah, Now, this is part of unconscious gang stalking if he's not a lifeguard, which I'm not 100% sure. He could just be some guy. But, it might be just some guy because there's like 3 or 4 of them. But what I find interesting is that when I pulled the camera out, he went away. So then if it's not conscious gang stalking, that means it's unconscious gang stalking. And, that's still gang stalking, and that's still why I've put this on video right now. It's just that we call them human prison bars, right? They are like prison bars where they always seem to, when I come down to the beach, whenever I come to the beach, suddenly, on either side of me, people appear. Now, I've said this in a few videos, and I'm going to say it again. If you can go off-grid and not see a single person for a whole month, and you're 100% sure you're a soul concrescent spirited human, I should have added that in, because I didn't add that in before. If you are like a soul concrescent human, that means you're doing great work, then you've got to tell me, honestly, if you can get away for a whole month from people, because I've tried it several times to sit in the bush, and for some reason I always end up seeing someone. I'm in the middle of the bush. Like, I don't have a cabin or anything off-grid. I'm in the middle of the bush, and suddenly a person will appear somehow, some way. I don't know, very interesting. Yeah, look, they're clearly having a fight with the sand. But why did he come all the way down here to pick up his sand? They're like 100 meters away. Look, now suddenly they're picking up the sand right where they are. One of the guys just kneeled down and picked up some more sand. But what I find interesting is that he had to come the first time from 100 meters down here to pick up the sand, this guy here, then to go back up, all the way back up. So he's come all the way down to pick up the sand, and then he's gone all the way 100 meters back up to pick up the sand and come right near me again. Isn't that interesting? It's like right next to me again. I don't know, I just find this very interesting because we call them human prison bars. And proximity alert, that's what I'm going to call this video, proximity alert. Isn't it funny that he came right next to me and sat down again? I can feel him. I feel, energies as well. Yeah, it looks all lackadaisical. They're just some kids playing on the beach, but I'm still going to call this video Gang Stalking Proximity Alert because, I don't know, I thought that was a reasonable example because look how far away, and isn't it funny that he came the closest again? I love when I get this footage when I don't cut the camera and I get the footage. You know when all the planes come over me, like all the planes at the camping ground, and then I continue talking and then they swoop past again to prove my point? So awesome. That just happened again, but with a person. Do you understand now? See, now you're getting it, right? Because when I show those videos and the planes come over and they're gang stalking me for sure, and then in the same video, like 1 minute later, it does a big loop and comes back over to spy on me again, that's gold footage. That's like proof. That's 100% sure proof. That's what I find interesting about this. And so, look into this example beyond the, like, innocence. Because if you think that all of these examples I give you, like, are just some innocent, oh, it's just this, it's just that. I made a video on this about a year ago, and I said organic portals tell you you're just this or you're just that all the time. Like they put you in a box. They're incapable of seeing deeper into things like I just did. Isn't it funny? The same guy came and sat right next to me again. Look how far away they are. That's him there. It's like back up 100 meters. I don't know, it's just continual. That's why I'm amazed I just got this on camera, and I've got a good feeling, about keeping my memory clear, because I've missed a lot of this footage. I've missed a lot of this type of innocent footage, but then it kept happening over and over again. It kept happening, and I realized, hold on, these are not just innocent situations. They're not just innocent situations. It's like, it's the hive mind pushes on you. It pushes on you. And I just want you to know that, like, these situations, very often they seem very trivial. They seem very innocent. But if you understand what's actually going on, you'll realize, that you're being gang stalked. Now, what was wrong with that? Nothing. It was just an example. He didn't hurt me. He didn't even really send bad energy. But there is one thing that he did do. Can you pick it? I'll give you 10 seconds. What did he do? Well, before I switched on the camera, I was focused on not this. Right? Look how far away they are. That's them up there playing. Right up there. It's like 200 meters away. And these people, and look, she's a fat lady, and all fat people have the tapeworm, and the tapeworm holds your gut in a pain constant when you don't feed it. If you don't feed your tapeworm some meat, within, 8 hours, it will make you pain. It'll grab onto the side of your gut wall and put you in an Archon grip. Because I'm telling you, Benjamin Cowenberg from consciousnesszine.net is telling you that tapeworms are associated with Archon spirits. And actually, I think I had a friend tell me something about parasites are connected to these evil higher dimensional spirits like Archons. So there you go. I'm probably not the first one to say it. But it's funny, she appeared, these people here, they appeared when I was in a trance. So I was in a trance state. Do you understand? I was meditative. What did they do then? They disrupted my focus or my forward vector. Oh, suddenly there's a guy from 100 meters away picking up sand, and just before that, I was sitting here just playing with the sand in a trance, thinking, and suddenly I turned around because I heard one of them girls scream, which took me out of the state of trance meditation, obviously, and was shocking. And that's what organic portals do. They love to shock you back down into the third dimension, back down into physical reality. So there you go. There was something that happened. They distracted me. And they yelled. And then that happened. And then all of a sudden that guy started walking up. And I thought it was probably one of the lifeguards gang stalking me. Turns out they're just some kids. But still, we saw what happened. He came back and sat next to me. Why? Because they are attracted to your energy, remember? Organic portals, they're attracted to your energy. I have like a vibrational information, fifth dimensional energetic body, which they need to steal because they do not have that fifth dimensional light body, which is information. So there you go. It ended up not being trivial, and you should press the like button because I think I've connected a few dots for you. Don't forget what I said about the tapeworm and fat people.